what is going on, guys? It is Glake here, and I'm back at it again with another Smash Letter video for this week. This time, Mr. Schmunker was the guy who I played. Yeah, a pretty decent player, I would say. I don't really remember what rank he was, but yeah, I'm still bronze because, you know, I literally play like one game a week. And I think last week's, was it last week's? Yeah, I think last week's video I got bopped pretty bad, but that was against like a gold player. So yeah, wasn't really looking likely that I would win, but I was able to hold my ground pretty well, I felt like. So like, it wasn't impossible to beat, but, you know, just didn't adapt fast enough, which is the usual case with me. Anyway, so I've been fighting a lot of Ikes a lot lately. I think Ike was in last week's Glorious 50 video as well. I fought a player who was a pretty good Ike player. I would say, was that last week's? I don't know. Maybe that was this week's, which should be up shortly. But yeah, I've been coming across a lot of Ikes lately. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure they probably buffed him a little bit in the recent patches. Like I said, the last patch that came out for this game, I haven't even looked at the patch. I haven't looked at any of the patches any of the patch notes since the last patch, so not really too familiar with what exactly is going on with some of these characters. But regardless, yeah, fighting Ike once again. Yeah, he did have. I am kind of scared to approach the character. Like, I was getting a little bit worried about approaching him, but I realized that he was playing a really defensive game, so eventually I just got a little bit more confident with my play, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go in more often, because it's a common thing for me in this game, in most games I play, or in most fighting games I play, as a matter of fact, I respect people a little bit too much. Like, I let them have their space, I let them just do whatever they want, and I almost like try to force myself to find a way around it rather than challenging what they're doing. Like, I always like limit myself and make myself like find something else without really trying any of the other options that are present. Like, I kind of just sit back because I'm actually too scared to approach a lot of the times. That's another reason why I'm a very grab heavy player, is because I'm not always too confident with my attacks, and I'm always worried about them not landing or whiffing, or just in general not having enough priority to beat out what my opponent is throwing out. Because I also play a lot of players, and I get into a lot of situations where they will press a button at the same time as me. And since grabs seem to beat out attacks pretty well in this game, I just go for grabs a lot. I will say for sure that my grabs need a little bit of work, especially I need to pivot grab a lot more. And I need to be spacing my grabs better, because I whiff grabs a crap ton, and it's really bad. But anyway, at some point I started to get a little bit more brave during this game, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go in a little bit more, just not be as afraid to approach. Still, this was an extremely close match. As you can see, we're basically neck and neck here. And I do keep landing quite a few grabs, but as you can see, I'm going in a little bit more. Dang, Ike's fair is so freaking scary, but right there, you really got to be careful with Ike's attacks, because like, they take a while to recover even though they hit pretty hard. And as you can see right there, what just happened, I actually won the game because my arrow did enough knockback to knock him into the blast zone, which was actually pretty crazy. But yeah, anyway, going to the second match here. So he counterpicked Captain Falcon, and at this point I was like, oh great, I gotta fight a freaking Captain Falcon. But I felt like I would be able to do fine against this Falcon, because he was playing pretty defensively with Ike, and I'm not really sure if most Ike players are just always play defensive. I don't know if that's an Ike thing. I don't know. I haven't fought enough Ike players to determine that or not. But I figured due to the way that, or I figured because of the way he was playing Ike, you know, a lot more defensively and all, his Falcon would not be as scary. The scary Falcons are the really offensive ones that aren't afraid to press buttons, aren't afraid to be really gutsy. Those are the scariest Falcons to fight. Yeah, Falcon's grab is annoying, but like, yeah, he really can't do much with it aside from up air a few times, and that can kind of be avoided. But yeah, if your Falcon isn't crazy, odds are I'm not gonna be really scared of it, really scared to fight it. Falcon's most scariest things to me, like just as a regular, just straight up Falcon, like not really a particular player playing Falcon. It's just his scariest tools to me are his speed and his grab. Like, those are the most scary things. Like, I hate being grabbed. I hate being moved out of the position that I'm currently in and all that other stuff. As you can see, like, he started getting a lot of grabs on me, and like, it was crazy. I was like, oh god, I keep getting knocked off the stage. I was trying to keep a lead for as long as I possibly could, and right there, unfortunately, he just SDs, which is pretty bad. But I did have a pretty convincing lead, and I wanted to keep that throughout the entire game. But yeah, it was a clean 2-0 for me. I was pretty happy about that. Once again, I need to play on Smash Ladder a little bit more. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to be trying to do that more in the future. But anyway, guys, that is it for this week's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to drop the video a like, sub to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.